entire. So big fool. Look at we think we get lipstick. So big fool. This nation don't turn. So big fool. BSc, MSc, PhD, then so big fool. The one they will look at this country. So big fool. And then same one they spoil this country. So big fool. Big English, big jargon. So big fool. See them in our parliament. So big fool. See them in our law court. So big fool. See them full up now in state house. So big fool. See them chairman, director. So big fool. Party supporters. So big fool. We party supporters. So big fool. We safe way they suffer. So big fool. Yes, the wire say now they want them. They want this in a they wire. Now this with the pan. So draw. Politics don't mess with progress. As a people, politics don't put wedge together to the things we hold us together. Hey, salute, see how we done deeply divided along politics and party line. Oh. So pull your tribal lens, come out. Put your regional lens, come out. Pull party lens, come out. And when national lens, so follow you see waiting at the talk. So big fool. So big fool. And so big fool. This nation no longer act together as one. We common interest don't talk about and cronies of corruption. Every day we holla corruption. We then catch the poor teachers, they put them a cutting fee. We then catch that poor boy, then put on a Bademba road. But the one way thief 100, then say bring 20. 80 left now you hand. We make 'em papi show. Salon so big fool.
Okay, so big fool. Welcome to Colores. Right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Because I already discuss issue them. We're the front page of the newspaper that they carry, and sometimes we can actually come with different issues than where the newspaper they not touch for the morning. But we can bring people in inside where they can help with follow up more inside and different issues there. So where we always see from the different newspaper then. So not gonna say if you just join me, don't forget for like and share the program. And you will not subscribe yet, please consider for do so. As we talk right now, from this particular side of the screen, you get 107378. We mean see we get right now 107,378 family members them. This work now is your and not to the number no more and they make you actually get what you're supposed to get. You get for work very hard, because the more you work, the more you post, the more then they recommend to other people and say you they exist. But if you just they post one number on a net and then you feel say you don't arrive, you don't reach this number, no. You know they go non-side. You find out say at the end of the day you will get the number of subscribers, but you know they get the numbers of view. You know they create the impact you're supposed to create. So as you they get the number, you self forget the commitment for the post. You know, come na net, come na morning at some point, come afternoon time, do things them just for let people them know about waiting they happen and self let them get the information, because the aim of the thing of the channel is for let people get information. So if you get space, you're not able to make more people discover. We can help we for share, but we still get a lot of role, because the more we post, the more we do things, then the more we create content, and the more people they know about this particular platform. So let me go straight and begin look at the different issues them way the newspaper they don't pull na do. All right, the first paper we'll look at inside the program this morning. Now, the LEONE newspaper, it say citizens criticize information minister over SLBC leadership suspension, over 6.5 billion saga, ACC exonerate deputy director of budget, and 4 others. And you as well get after investigation, academic qualifications, ACC uphold credential of NIB and NIB's Deputy Executive Director, and you as well get Deputy Trade Minister discusses consumer protection initiatives with NCPC officials. Okay. We go to the next paper, when at the OWL newspaper, they say over complaint of injustice in Sierra Leone, Assistant Commissioner of Police resigns. 14-year-old girl wins UBA National AC competition over fraud allegations at Finance Ministry. ACC clears Philip Yomba and 4 others. And RCB and UK's Applied Intelligence to host cybersecurity and financial symposium as a commends the bar presidents for leadership. President Bio meets outgoing Bar Association executive. And the next one we get, now the Minute newspaper, we see NACIT honors official exceptional social security compliance. Court slams ban on SLRA and Accountant General Accountants. And 3 girls emerge as winner of UBA Sierra Leone 4th National AC competition. Amadou Lamranaba lament over toll gate increment, and dilemma of navigating justice amidst orders for above. And Mutala Muhammad Kamara meet with reporters from Eyewitness News Liberia in Monrovia. Expo Times, now the next paper, we say REC says MDAs have till tomorrow to submit compliance report and corruption at Ministry of Finance. 2 found guilty, 5 cleared, and visiting gold delegation engages in productive collaboration with Moped. And Sierra Leone First Lady leading the charge against gender-based violence. Premier News say Leon Rock inaugurates exam center in Pepel. Finance Act 2024 seek to recover lost revenue, protect health and environment, and health authorities warn against consumption of cocoa samba Oga Abig. And then you get free treated mosquito net for 15 districts. The next paper, now the Freetown Daily, with a local government minister restored peace in Lower Banta Chiefdom. PC Hostel Nyama, the second return home. And Minister of Agriculture wraps up 15 the field assessment and the sensitization tour in 4 districts. You as well get Ministry of Tourism and World Bank support women entrepreneurs and Coco Samba Papa Abeg dangerous drug pharmacy board once. The next one, Saloon Times, we say ACP Mira Dumboya resigns from Sierra Leone Police. ACC clears Deputy Director of Budget. 4 others in 6.5 billion saga. Very sorry about that. President Bio is bereaved, and you as well get others to read them with the inside this particular paper. The next one are the Times newspaper. We say over 6.5 billion saga. ACC exonerate Deputy Director of Budget and 4 others. And Dr. C. Wright commit to establish 2 mega fish feed plants in Kono and Bo. And you get other story them inside this paper. The next one now the Calabash newspaper. We see Alhaji Musa Tarawali leadership qualities is spot on, and Vice President champions Africa Development Initiative at AU Summit, and over 6.5 billion Saga ACC exonerated Deputy Director of Budget and 4 others. And where is the alternate route to the Wellington Massacre Road? And you get other story them. Finance Act 2024 aim at boosting revenue mobilization. Daybreak say over tollgate Wahala Kemosi say drops bombshell. Over 6.5 billion Saga ACC free 5 suspects and slams 3-year ban on 2. Augustine Sorisembe Mara blast Paupa and other story them for inside this paper. We go to the next one inside the program. When the AZ newspaper say LEONE Rock Metal Group inaugurates examination center in Pepel community. RSLAF pays tribute to fallen heroes on 15th anniversary of Armed Forces Day. And AU endorses Sierra Leone contributions to UN Security Council reform, APR mechanism. And the IMF Deputy Director urged Sierra Leone to adhere to strict PFM rules. And other story there for you inside this paper. The next one at the EO's newspaper, we say Dr. Gilpin, Bishop Abu Kuruma, Nasit DG, Nas NS Cord, and 19 others bag EO's award 2023. And breaking barriers and building bridges, Ambassador George Hamilton's gallant effort secure $20 million dump truck grant for Sierra Leone. And the NACIT award official for security compliance and commitment. The next one, now the Africa 24, we say no wrongdoing as ACC clears Jacob Tenge, Sessi, and 4 others. Cash of coal, Waterloo needs waste deposit containers, and Western area a hub for criminal activities. The next one, now the Independent Observer, we say Finance Act 2024 is friendly. Senior government officials. Parliament approves SLRA Deputy Director General and others. The next one we get inside the program, now the Vindicator newspaper, we say UBA Foundation ends 4th National Essay Competition. Very sorry, I'm not going for the NT today because of certain reason. Sorry about that. And UBA Foundation ends forgive the we are the young man. UBA Foundation ends 4th National Essay Competition, and over Wellington Massacre Tollgate, absence of transparency in Salon's Tollgate agreement. FBC marks 197 years of educational excellence. AU Assembly endorses report presented by VP Jules Jallo, and Russia could face new sanctions after Navalny death. And you as well get ACC exonerates Jacob, Sessi, and others of wrongdoing. And the other paper we get at the DO newspaper say MMTU get new academic staff association. Deputy Trade Minister visits NCPC office with hand-picked team. Technical Education Minister support illegal corrugation. Tollgate contract. Chinese company rip off Sierra Leone. 3 triumph in UBA Foundation's 4th National Essay Competition. The next one now, Voice of Salon say CSO call for review of killer tollgate tariff increment. 30,491 criminal and accident cases recorded, and plenty other story for you inside this edition of the Voice of Salon. And the next one we get inside the program, now the City Hunter newspaper say Information Minister blamed for violating SLBC regulation. And you as well get Major retired Sengu returned to Sierra Leone, and over 6.5 billion retrieved from state thieves. The next one, the awareness. Okay, that's now the all the paper that we get inside the program this morning. Yes, all the paper that we get. This not yesterday paper will be done read. Let me just cross check. For exemplary commitment of social security. Yes, this is yesterday paper of awareness times. Okay, so now all the paper and this way we get inside the program this morning. We'll take a very short break and they come back with we get them inside the program this morning. This is a program where we call Couriers, right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. My name is Nasembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. Continue for the retweet. If you not like and share it, please continue for do so. And if you not subscribe it, we beg Diana for do so for you. The cabbage just now.
Watch this country fine, fine, so big fool. Big man put entire so big fool. Look at we think we get lipstick, so big fool. This nation don't turn so big fool. BSc, MSc, PhD, then so big fool. The one they will look at this country so big fool. And then same one they spoil this country so big fool. Big English, big jargon so big fool. See them in our parliament, so big fool. See them in our law court, so big fool. See them full up now in state house, so big fool. See them chairman, director, so big fool. Party supporters, so big fool. We party supporters, so big fool. We safe with this so far, so big fool. They say now they want them, they want this and they want yeah. Now this with the pan, so draw. Politics don't mess with progress as a people. Politics don't put wedge together to the things we hold us together. Hey salute, see how we done deeply divided along politics and party line. So pull your tribal lens come out, put your regional lens come out, pull party lens come out, and when national lens so follow you see waiting at the talk. So big fool, now so big fool, and so big fool. One. We common interest don't talk about and cronies of corruption. Every day we holler corruption. We then catch the poor teachers, they put them a cutting fee. We then catch that poor boy, then put on a Fademba road. For the one waiting 100, then say bring 20. 80 left now you hand. We make 'em papi show. Hey, salon so big fool. So big fool. Who is fooling who? Now who are the fool who are? Piss me off about all the wahala way with the face. Na salute, so grumble, so hardship, economic downtrodden, unemployment look and park, subhuman bondage, and not up till they begin. No, don't get me wrong. You get what I say? Not up cause I cannot be longer. So big fool. No shoe face. So big fool. You see, the two are the turn I make you tight your face. Look that man, then I mean the gumbo pan big fool. So big fool. We wait and thief, we wait and run. All the money wait and thief, them put na overseas account for the open factory na this nation for his employment. For the open factory na this nation for help the youth, for give innovative ideas, for bring creative knowledge. For see waiting the left the week. Big fool. And the thing we painful from all this, my brother. Hey, salute. Now we they suffer, now we they protect them. We then cage thief man them na this country. Hey, now we sympathy supporters. They come up for protect them. We they change the narrative. We take and make tribal business. We change the narrative. We take and make regional politics. We change the narrative. We turn on party politics. So forget for no say, you picking them future today, now you compromise.
Yeah, you picking them future today, now you compromise. So we fail for understand or know them things in there. The program where you watch our rest, we actually they get some challenge right now. Forget we get them inside, but now we stand and we will still try and see. If not, we get for it look like say the program we get for BU program this morning. But for now, let me just they watch all the people them. If in 10 minutes time they're not joining, then I will open the phone line. Let we actually get the couriers way now on access they prepare this morning. Of course, you see the title of the program, you know, where we say State House, yes, and somebody just to say if na day we mean, yes, we just don't correct and thank you. Now I don't know if not typo for column, but you know we didn't rush and they try for put things them together early morning. Sorry about that. And we go quickly as we talk about this particular topic. We already don't see say State House not able for account or not able for explain how they use billions of salo money. This now waiting, and then they push for right. A lot of interesting things then they right now inside the different paper them we the watch. Yeah. So let me watch this one. We talk about the 2024 Finance Act. Yeah, we now the one we count boku tax them. Then say Finance Act 2024 aim at boosting revenue mobilization. That not true. So waiting basically this is the try for talk. It is simply try for tell we say the new law where they don't count with the money, the couple law, how they want for boost the economy. Now for let them gather money, and the money where the government they gather. Now from we the people them, then they gather with money for do their own personal or private things them where they already don't schedule for. For example, you get taxes them where they can, company then they lock, you know, because like the government really desperate, then desperate for money so much that they want for make sure say they touch every area for get money, even if not stone, they're able for quiz for lay water commodity, they do that right now. So they not care about we the people them, they not care about the ordinary people them, even the beggars, then they rip them off just for satisfy themselves. And but guess what thing they happen? None of them, not they, where they go 1 month without salary. But as it is now, the government civil servants them, where they work, they are at risk for letting them not get salary for this month even. But the top man them, the ministers them, the president and others, they not they go without salary. In fact, their salary they bump like every other day. Now we don't see even the president here in West, they take couple, they go out of the country. Take couple, they go out of the country. Where they ask them, pa that money una take say una be go so side. How una spend that? Una buy water, una buy rest, una buy this. They're not able to explain. Because them basically not they go spend the money, then they eat what they able for eat, and then they balance, then send them, then keep them, so then picking them or other side them. Evidence day to effect. Where the Fatima in Peking, in Bobo actually display a lot of millions of leons nowadays if you put her into leons. You get different currencies them where the mama and papa then the thief care to go overseas in a big face. Because you know they tell me say in fact now then country they herself it's not too easy. Let you just the old physical cash way past 10,000 that you earn. If they waiting you police then they how they call them then they control you. Then they arrest you for that. Check you for them things then they. So for let you hold 10,000 liquid, Where you go pull no more. In fact, the one when you money self, your money, when you say I want go pull 1,000 or 1,000 or 2,000, you know, in a bank, you get for explain what make you take this 2,000. What you want go do with them before they give you approval. Before they give you approval. But you see them picking them all bundle of pounds, bundle of dollars, bundle of euros, all of the foreign, the BB currencies then at the wall, and then they make a telephone, they bluff with the people them of saloon. Go now in briefcase, open in briefcase. You see lots of foreign currencies then they. You ask yourself a question, who's a pull money day? Now walk outside the craze, who's a sabi walk? Whose business way sabi do? All of them things then they. But yet still, we government them, they use we money for their own personal things then. We authority them, they abuse people them as well, they do what they're supposed to do, what they're not supposed to do, abuse the woman, the way they say and they promote, you know, like the Lara Telopias, the Mira, Yenken, and the other one them, where they abuse. But yet still and they talk about women empowerment. Yet still and they talk about fighting corruption. But the corruption, they under the president in foot. Can you imagine? The president, that's why he love fly. Even at the midst of Ebola, where all man is done in country, they fly. Kweku the fly board, it's still the fly. Now you don't able to see the chief in tourist in chief. When a mother bill, it just there for explore different side them. Take with money. You know in fact, mother baby don't tell you. One time they wait and say African Express been talk about how he spend money. He say he go na 98.1. He say where I want for go na different side them. Also he expect for that pull the money. That's not the right question. Now the country, the government ain't get for pay for them. That's not the right question. But not for pay for another thing now. Where you don't pay for her now, who side the cup or the commot? Now with money, now with country account. We don't go spend them. The man not even show you how he spend while you. You know they show you. Where you don't then say indemnity. They're not for check. And they're not for explain. They're for just left and so. And then as shameless as audit service be, then say yes. Low left and so. Not for check them. And the president afterwards, now don't talk. But now this same one, now they tell we say we for fight corruption. The same man. They tell we say we fight corruption. But in corrupt past the word corrupt. It smell with corruption. Right around them. Everywhere. Here in human. 70 billion. And just the fly with them. When you talk just they say, I wait constant, they almost like $1. Now small money. Now so then they tell we give it back talk. But now the money they want so. Then they quiz with the ordinary people them. It's tax them per week. We they buy things and there. Then they draw back per week. Like sucking blood. This is not the situation right now where they fend inside, where fend we self inside this country where we call Sierra Leone. Then feel say na tax. Now you know the only thing we will make we get ourselves out of farm. As we talk so, this other one where now another thief and criminal one. Don't go back, don't make plan with the Chinese them. Say then for add more tax. Imagine the thing that way they come over to get boku tax. Because they're not able to put tax na the markets for the pepper yabas. Now I made them say now, let them go na the toll gate. So if they get from the toll gate go for cut for the government. Now then still they add the toll gate price. Now where they count 700,000 euros for one then truck them, where they count things them. What you expect for pull them? One thing where everybody for know at this particular point. Anything we add, but anything where they sell. The one that way they sell and not all they pay for that thing though. Now when are the end user? How it happen? If they say 15% tax, when you go buy anything, then they make sure so they don't calculate at all. The 15% they come out or cheap per that thing where you go buy. So everything where they put, the tax is them. Business people they not they pay tax so. And not they come out from them business. Then they pull 15 euro from them business. Because whatever then they sell, when they say them for pay 15% of that tax, it come out back from we the people them. Now we they pay for them tax then they. But we get the government we not care. No one for no. Even the one where they may support we. Say let them pay several things them for we the people them. Yet still they get things the way they do. At the end of the day, now we the end user back. Now we they pay for all of them things they do. But anyway, not on my own talk this today. Let's just welcome na the program. And we on board away na Titus. But if I'm saying we don't join me inside the program. Good morning, Titus. Okay, in audio they connect first. In audio they connect just no. Whilst a connect done, then it go for join we for let we actually get the discussion going. So this now waiting at the talk. The government not actually they do waiting and they do in we own interest. Then basically they do them for satisfy themselves. Then they do them in their own interest, and then they do them for make they able forget waiting they supposed to get. As then the cut per all waiting and the cut per we own. Pull subsidy and all things. They're not cut per their salary. Now we see Ghana, the presidents, the ministers, them, another then cut per their own salary them. Just for even waiting Ghana, then country they are. But yet still then cut per their own. For sure say, where are the people in the suffer, then say safe. Not for just to go and lavish money like that. Then say for feel the pain of the people them. But we will not get mind though. Instead, we just take per country and copper or the can go. Then when they ask people how you spend that money, they say indemnity. We'll not for explain. Me na president free for do anything where I want for do. This na the situation where we face with right now. Titus Boy Thompson, good morning. You get me now?
Good morning. Yes, I can get you.
All right. Thank you for joining me inside the program. I been try for Congo Sapa when I talk them, but I find out saying not fit me, not to me talk at all. So you be just meet me at the time for discuss certain things then. Then they talk about this Finance Act of 2024, wake out a lot of tax them. They say this is good for the country because it help in for mobilize revenue inside the country. What thing are you take on this?
Well, the government in role now for manage the economy through financial instruments, budgetary policies, and the likes. From time to time, governments get it right or wrong based on the type of policies where they go for. Generating revenue in Sierra Leone, I think we have been having a perennial problem of not understanding the terrain with which we operate, even in the country. Take, for instance, the case of Sierra Leone. You cannot generate revenue where you grant wholesale tax holidays and tax incentives to companies that are coming on the basis that they are bringing in large-scale industrialization or large-scale equipment too expensive for can mine in Woodtide, so they forget tax holidays. Any businessman knows, say, where you want to set up a business, your capital expenses, now it cost. The same way as where taxation, now it cost. So if you walk into a situation where you don't pay for your capital expense, you don't pay for your equipment, then they say, okay, not pay for your taxes. That means you reduce your cost. So it make like for say, easy for putting at the environment, but it presents a burden on the environment. So Sarah Rutai Cancer, from the old days of Bethlehem still, this has been their gambit. They go come and say, oh, don't bring all this equipment, we provide almost employment to make people and generate income and go do use the mine where if you left there, you not get no income, but I give you tax incentive, I give you tax holiday, I give you tax breaks. The country, they only benefit from the export of exploitation of minerals through taxes. Where you don't get taxes and royalties, you don't get, and the royalties these people pay is minimal. Look in the case of Niger. France was taking Niger uranium from Niger. They sell it at 20 cents to the dollar. And then they buy it from Niger. They sell it buy at 20 cents. They go sell it $200. Well, it is unfair. So before government, they make policies in finance acts or in finance bills that takes away the obligation from large-scale industries for make that a contribution to the economy. Before that, they pass on the burden on the people. That would be wrong. I see a lot of taxes being imposed on ordinary Sierra Leoneans through non-governmentary or non-parliamentary approval processes. Take the increases in the tax of the toll gates. Such increases or the increases of $25 per person when they travel through the airport. It has been established over time that such increases have to get parliamentary approval, and it has to be justified. When you get an internal agency or an external agency, they come in and increase tax, it raises the burden on the people. So not having read the whole Finance Act, but precepts of it that I have come across, it tells me that you have a Finance Act where shift the burden from large-scale industrialists or business people or investors who can pay, mining companies, who can pay for their keep. they're passing that on to the ordinary Sierra Leoneans. And that is what is wrong about these things.
All right, so as then they press tax, they will see corruption as well, don't they take another U-turn? But the fight against corruption as well gets in own pattern where they go with. For example, this BNT we hear about the ACC talk about 6.5 billion leones, and then the ACC don't free 5 people away they be there as suspect, and then don't slam 3 years and ban pan 2. So amongst the one the way they actually don't say they're not guilty, when are they all then say join and divert the corporate to the private to account where they go create. Now the deputy director of budget, where we see like the people they all the go in name now for us clean your own image now against the other one them. What do you take on this particular issue?
Well, this thing came up the last time I was here, and somebody was saying the ACC have their own way of doing things, and the CID has their own way of doing things. So it turns out that it is what you call selective justice. For me lost confidence in the ACC a long while, where they refuse to stand up against corruption. Before that, they begin to say, well, let's look at historical cases and see whether this has been done before. The issue of fighting an evil is to place the imminent and present danger, not to look about the historical circumstances of. After all, we have to begin to look at problems that we always go back to historical times where we had what's it called? We had dragons and whatever. All man they run, mortal man in a cave, we not get way why the back bang here, we face the total and crowd we say use. All of those things we passed that. We don't deny civilized economy now. We no longer have dinosaurs. So let we begin to think like put that in a dignified and a civilized economy. If the ACC is proceeding with certain issues, let them proceed with vigor, with full vigor. It cannot happen that people in high places then forget selective justice based on their status in society or their tribe or who they are. When that sort of thing happens, then you find out, say, the ordinary man lose confidence and they lose trust in governance. And that is wrong. If people, no matter who they are, take the case of Parantarawali, that was a clear case of, very clear case of abuse of authority, abuse of office, abuse of position. And then, if a man like that walk away scot-free, then you ask, well, who else? You see? And then an ordinary teacher, they were suspect of examination fraud, when a parade and a cutting tree and boride them without access to justice. These things are wrong. And take the case of people where they say, oh, now then people had commit treason. We're not carrying them to trial. The one they like Boot and the other boy, Soriba, we saw them in the morning. By the evening, they are dead in police vehicles. These are the sort of things that are very wrong in that country. So when you get selective justice and you get justice when you only apply to a certain group or a certain set of people, it makes it difficult for the rest of the country for be safe and secure in knowing that this is somewhere they can go in and go out, and this is somewhere they can exist in peace and tranquility. It is that faith, that loss of faith that has been exacerbated by the ACC and decisions for choose Ura and Ura and they give justice to Ura and they free without going through the system of the courts. And that is what is wrong. Even if the ACC want to free somebody, when you don't make an investigation, pass her on to the court system. Let the court system make a case, say, okay, let the Attorney General say, no le prosecute. We cannot prosecute this case because it's not in the interest of the country. But that has to be done by an independent person, not by the principal investigatory body. That is wrong. Okay. That is very wrong.
So still inside the issue of corruption, the president's been called the last time still all join in the fight against corruption. But as it is now, the fight don't get, it don't tell like where the feds are and timing it don't get. Or like where Dr. Dennis Bright's been saying, the Arata don't big past the post. We see the audit report of 2020 talk about several things them in the office of the president, so double dipping, possible money laundering, fraudulent receipts, and other things them. where the audit report of 2020 come out to it. 2021, we not see anything. They say the office of the president not meet the threshold. Boom, 2022, we see another thing come up from the office of the president again. 70% of the total money where they withdraw from the Bank of Salon, now from the office of the president, without supporting documents for show why they take the money, how they use the money, and other things, including in your own personal pocket money, where then they get and say per diem. Then can go like $240,000 dollars, 70,000 euros, and all of that, and they're not able to explain how they spend $1 from them couple and day. But as we talk so, it inside the audit report from 2020, 2022, office of the anti-corruption not able to take action against nobody. We not they say let take action against the president, but nobody from the office of the president not take action. Instead, waiting and say for this 2020 they say indemnity, then for just left and so no more. You know, so waiting we see, we very much serious from the office of the president take and down, or like you rightly say, a selective justice.
Well, this again, it proves the point. The president, the office of the president, not there above the law. Even the president is not above the law. What the president has, because of imposition, he gets freedom from prosecution in acts that he performs or that he is performing during his term of office. Well, as we can see with what he happened at the end of his term of office, anybody can go after the president and ask him for account for what he do. That is what they have done to Ernest Roma, and that is what would happen to Mada Bio. The problematic within a discussion of this nature within the office of the president is because the president gave for allowing time for let a rule as a one for rule. When in term done, we will call him to account. I think that is what the country should look for. The president has a duty, or the people around the presidency has a responsibility to the office of presidency to make sure that they account for what and they be accountable to their actions and what they do. Now, if they don't and they think because they are the highest office of the land, they can walk away with some of these things, then somebody else comes in and then you start getting governance by retribution. And then they wrong. You can't run country when one man come on a power and begin on a transcend for chase him and kill him, or chase and search in pocket, then chase him and pull all it together. No. Then we get systems in place where they ensure fairness and freedom and justice they exist within the polity. Let the presidency not be a target. It should not happen. You see, otherwise you won't get good people coming forward to hold those positions. You never get good people coming forward to even hold any positions in the official domain. We should have procedures and institutions that are accountable to the dictates of the law. And that is the problem we're having. There are situations where institutions fall. They always fall because they are not accountable to the law. They're not even accountable to even the precepts of which they were set up. You get an electoral commission who then says when you conduct election, you publish the data on a polling station by polling station basis. You have not done that. In the middle of counting, you announce 60% of the result and declare one person the winner. And then they ask you, say, prove it. You cannot. Because these things are pure mathematics. Simple, pure mathematics. If you say 1 + 1 is equal to 2, it has to. You see? You can't say 1 + 1 equals 60%, then you cannot prove that 60% is the same one as 1 + 1. So what are you saying to us? We are saying at this point in time, we get a situation where people and they forget the distinction between the person and the office. And to run a country whereby the person becomes the office, it sets dangerous precedents. You see, because then you find out, say, any attempt at accountability is a matter of targeting the office holder or targeting the person as if you need to take this person out just because he is who he is. I think so we need to move away from that kind of politics. That's the way I see it. The office of the presidency should be subject to audit. You cannot escape. There's no indemnity. There was provision at some time for make the president in per diem. The president don't get per diem. This is what people don't understand. The presidency does not get per diem. It gets an interest. And that interest is accountable interest. When he comes back, he has to account for everything he did with that money. So what they do for the presidency, they make money allocated to him. Say, okay, this money, now for make you where you go, any time you go, when it will meet you where you want for spend money, and spend them. But somebody for there, like this, the chief of staff, now for make sure, say, or the chief of protocol, sorry, for make sure, say, everything what the president they do, they account for them. Even if he give a delegation, he make a donation to this country, delegation of Sierra Leonean students in China, he get them $300. Somebody should write it down. Somebody should make note of it. Somebody should have a receipt from the China students' body. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for giving us a donation of £300. When this thing come back, they are retired. You retire them at the office, first of all, at the office of the presidency, with the office of the secretary to the president, and that consequentially is retired at the Ministry of Finance. Then the audit service go pick her up, say, yes, $400 was allocated to the president, he spent $200, this is $200, he come back with them, this is it. Secondly, public officials who get per diem, they don't get per diem as a matter of incentive or as a matter of payment. Those per diem are meant for the expenses of their being out of the country for perform official duties. Most of that money they for go for hotel. That is how the per diem is calculated. They get the UN rate, then they get the additional to the UN rate, where how do they calculate your per diem? UN rate plus 30% or UN rate plus 30%. They make it in such a way where if you go to a hotel in America, if not $200 for night, first based on your status, you get for pay. So they'll give you like $230. Let me make sure so you will afford a hotel in the area where you go. These people take these monies, and these are monies that should be retired when they come back. They take the money for per diem, then go to hotel, then they go tap in the hotel, then tap to them party, then they finish all the money that they own. This has been the case, and this has been the problem. We do not have institutions that take our people to account, and that is the problem we have. Me, I think, basically, I'm looking at things now as a breakdown in the institutional foundation of the country.
You know the explanation where you
corruption is in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is corrupt, right through, right across. There's no argument about that. You see, corruption is not by tribe, it's not by education, it's not even by inclination. Corruption is by the dint of circumstance and the exposure where you get to money. Once you get the exposure to money, there is no way you know will be corrupt. And this is what is happening.
You know, your explanation very simple today, a very straight, and I think enough for let people understand exactly what in presidents they get, what in civil servants they get. Civil servants they get per diem, and the per diem no means say we go start to your post, you know, for can explain how you go within them. And indeed, if you go, you not use money, whether how you spend your life, how you not spend your life, if you not use them, you not get receipt for how you turn them back, in per diem. You know, even the impress, in fact, now what you spend, now you come and say, I spend this, and then the balance back you for supposed for return. But it's unfortunate for, say, the office of the president, 70% of the impress, where then they take from the, where they give and say, una go spend, they're not able to explain how they use them at all. And in the 2020 audit report, the scope where you just make mention of, so say all of the things that we do, it inside the audit report say it do them in consultation with the president. In other words, whatever the audit report talk about, the president aware of that. Just that we not expect, because of the blanket way he gets, we not expect say them for prosecutor right now or them for investigator. But you get other people them. But nobody not able for come to for ACC tell we say they don't invest. Nobody they not ever call for investigate. We don't ask two senior people in at the ACC. The head of the communication say not aware of that. They ain't go get back to it. From where he say they get back to it now 2 months soon now and not get back to it. The communication deputy, instead don't come. Tell we plain one say they not call nobody from the office of the president. So, but we see every day then the papi show other people them say, now this we don't get, we don't ban this person for 3 years, we don't this. But why? Why they not they pay attention on the bigger part?
Well, that would, from what you're saying, this would mark, you can go down as the basic flaw of the administrative system. At the same time, it will go down as one of the major, mistakes of this presidency. The president will take charge and take control. If things are going on in an office where they make like know, that cannot happen. Presidency, they understand that some of these things that happen, especially within the office, it comes straight back to him. And forgive people in that blanket excuse, blanket pass, get out of jail free pass. It not tell well for the governance, it not tell well for administrative probity. We need, again, coming back, it is all a matter of institutional frameworks. If we get a system where every 3 months the expenses of the presidency will come up to robust examination, it's not going to happen. If you know say 3 months you get for conduct and you don't explain which you don't do, then the audit office has always been there. But say, look, this is what we have done. Other than get an internal audit, which I'm sure they have, an internal audit department at the office of the presidency that should say, well, none of these things are weak because you see, we don't left the institution out and now we are focusing on the individual. Everybody is looking at the president as a person who holds power. They forget that the power the president holds is the people's power. The presidency is the people's institution. That institution should work for the people. It should not work for individual or certain individuals. And this is the problem we're having. The institution of presidency works for only those that the president, as like he say, it has pleased the president
It has pleased
the president to do that. You see, and this is going to be his major problem when he comes out of office. It pleased you to do a lot of things that were wrong.
You know, one time they make public statements. They talk to SLPP member of parliament them, and one of the things where it come out clear and say at this particular time, because of the institution, the weak institution them, I get for put me an all side, so the work bokuna me an, you know. So why they say this? Let we look, for example, this particular thing where we see information minister blamed. You know, we see information minister make them suspend top or senior people them from the SLBC, but the biggest aid and the whole thing when the director general, instead of the all account for money for the election, they not put them aside though, then promote them to IMC. We see again the minister of tertiary education as well. Now the University of Sierra Leone interfere with the University Act, pull who that they supposed for put who that they want for put, and then they make sure say they strangle the University Act and not able for be effective. But bottom line and so like everybody they act on how it's supposed for act with this kind of statement of the president and the action where we they see. You think say with the head for serious thing?
Well, watching the president talk, and number one, you see the difficulties. His is an executive presidency. So it has to be that everything that goes on, if he wants to get involved, he can get involved because it's an executive presidency and he's ruling with an executive precept. But we get what we call division of labor. We get what we call, you know, in administration, you get what you call you segregation of powers. You pass on responsibility to other people. You make sure people are accountable for the responsibility you pass on to them. You give people a separate roles for play. The president need for land for do that. You need for giving people their roles for play. Then we get obviously legal frameworks. We get the civil service code. We get the relationship. We get the arrangements that govern the relationship between ministers and civil servants. And ministers, some of our ministers fail to realize that they're not even ministers that are appointed by the people. They're appointed by the president. There's only loyalties to the president. So they walk into a ministry, you shut down everything the ministry uphold, then you act, that means you act as an arm of the president. You act as if that the president act, because you are there only by the president's fiat. Like the president normally wake the money and tell you, say, this job you get, so you don't get it by announcing somebody else, and this person now the Minister of Education. What's in the Minister of Tertiary Education doing at Fuabe College or University of Sierra Leone is deplorable, absolutely deplorable. And I think in that same vein, the Minister of Information said, follow suit. Oh, the Minister of Education can do it, myself can do it. You see? And ministers tend to begin to believe their own publicity. That, oh, you are the best man for this job, you are the best man since sliced bread. There are procedures. The university has a court. It is the university court that is vested with certain powers. You go, you sack somebody, registrar, you ask them to go on leave. The man when PRO will represent the voice of the university, say, well, from my understanding, this is not what should happen. The university court is 99 body responsible for that kind activity. They, you don't feel say the minister acts in improper state. Nice, so you feel say, what if we do wrong? Well, I will sack you, say, you sack the man. Then the principal turn around and look, say, no, this is not for happening. If this did happen in this kind of way, that man will sack me. So me they resign before they can sack me. So he resigns. Then the minister turned around and said, well, you know what? I'll go look elsewhere in West Africa for find somebody who can be principal of Fuabe College. Come on. Come on. One tribe in Salone get more professional and educational people in that country than anybody can think of. One great tribe. And that tribe happens to be the Mende tribe where they in power. No, not tell me say no, Mende man don't put as principle of Arabic college. But then if you do that, you walk into another quagmire. You then create a situation where people will accuse you and say you are building a Mende hegemony. Any say una meet people on the pull them, una put Mende man on top just because una feel say and the normal una can work with, and all they talk the same language, now all culture una understand. And that is wrong. So we are moving away from a democratic and pragmatic environment. We're moving into an environment that is governed only by self-perception, by what people then feel, by what people then they look to themselves, say, okay, now this man has sabi, me I don't like Tim man. I was reading and watching an audio message yesterday where the former Inspector General talking openly, saying now one group nabo, somebody they call and say people, and they say people, these people and whatever, let the people and stop. And then he turned around and said, me no one fet anybody in this group, otherwise they will say, now we the fet yourself who belong to the same party. He said, if me one fet, I'll go fet somebody na McKinney or Putloko. And I thought to myself, this
and
man
that was Sovula.
Yes, Sovula. This man was Inspector General. You openly and blatantly broadcast something that is vagrantly, violently regionalistic and tribalistic. Then you think say you can do something good. This is the problem we have. I think we therefore sit down and have a rethink. We therefore have a national discussion. What do we do for this country that brings everybody on board? That's where we need to start from. I hope that some of these issues might be picked up by the tripartite committee where they go on now for say the reason why you get this such breakdown in places like the Electoral Commission is because some of the people they put in positions are people who are not there because of their professional candor. They are there because of their affiliation to a particular tribe or region or the political party. And for that basis, because politics don't involve or don't enmesh with the administrative framework, there is no longer a clear and distinct process of flow within the administrative system where they make sure say people will get the qualification and professional and skills occupy positions of authority and positions of influence. And this is the breakdown we have to deal. We really need to rebuild the whole system of Sierra Leone. It's what we called an internet of things. Now we have an internet of country. We really need to build an internet of Sierra Leone. We need to build the relationships that we have amongst each other. Sierra Leoneans should be free to walk in and make their contribution. Sierra Leoneans should be free wherever they are. Go and make your contribution. State this, that this is the position. State that this is what you think is wrong. Let there be a forum for that. It's no use talking about a peace commission. It's no use talking about a listening government where you get a situation where you only listen to your own voices. You do not listen to the voices of the other side. The law, they call them audi alterem pactem. Listen to the other side. You cannot have a case where a woman no more than they give evidence, and the woman in evidence will give, now they take convict the other man. Audi alterem pactem. Listen to the other side. We're not all right.
Continue for the way to inside. For the Sajuma, they way to inside the program. I don't know if they get before they.
Yes, I get you right now.
Okay. We actually don't come to the end of the program. We could just ask 1-2 questions them, and then maybe we can get another appointment for another day. We will call you on WhatsApp instead of you come through the Zoom. How about that?
Well, the Zoom is okay because I will get some problem with that in terms of network. So, yeah. But that has been resolved.
Okay, so we get 4-day Bamba Lansana Sajuma, a journalist right from Kailaung. So thank you for joining me, even with the difficult circumstance. Let me just go quickly and begin look at, let's ask you this question, quick one. What do you think about the fight against corruption? Is it selective or they really fight corruption for the sake of fighting corruption for make we able to get the country free from corruption? 4-day.
Well, basically, looking at the trend of things, if you look at corruption from the start way, we will not agree as a country that we have to fight corruption. If you look at the present trend, I want to believe the present trend there on course. The only issue there, because the last other time when I listened to the commissioner, of course, the journalists asked some various questions in terms of this same issue, whether selective, why prosecution not to take place. Some of the answers that we give, I've been going in line with some of them, especially when we talk about recovery. This time around, we don't see where huge amount of money has been recovered from defaulters. The only issue where me really get somehow to some of this here, because there must be a retardant to this, some of this issue. It is possible, yes, you can recover, but also prosecution is okay, is needed somehow, you know, so that you will able like really stop some of these things happening. Because if somebody just go repay, you know, and no other action not take place, you know, this and that and so forth. So sometimes there is a likelihood is to say, yes, I don't pay this, but some this don't let I go manage this with my life. But there must be some you know, some how do I want to put it? You know, let's punishment somehow where it will try for really see when other people then see this, you know, they will try for see, oh, this is no joke. And they see a lot of effort being applied in terms of educating, in terms of actually ensuring that money stolen are recovered. But what has to be intensified is the punishment aspect.
Let me build for you a scenario quickly, and I need to get your honest take on that scenario. Again, me host. We find out, say, when my wife cook, the beef or the fish inside the soup pot, they lost. And we find out, say, me when at the head of the house, the papa, I can finger soup. The picking them, the finger soup. But because me na the daddy, we say we put law, say nobody know for finger soup. But I they put law and they punish me picking them. Then when they're not there, me they put me hand inside the support and I take this particular thing. You think say na fair thing down there, na serious thing down there at the pan, I really want to finger soup done? Or because me na the papa, I they take away, I they get away with that? Why are they say this?
Well,
what? Yes, what do you say?
That is not fair. Okay. Because if you put law, yeah, that's not fair. If you put law and the law for everybody, so including yourself, that law for really affect you.
So fine, then I'll put this thing to you now directly. I just been on talk about this to Titus, and I'll get you again. 2 audit reports, apart from 2021 audit report, we tell we say the office of the president not meet the threshold for the auditor. 2022 or 2020 audit report, then talk about possible money laundering, then talk about fraudulent receipts, then talk about double dipping, and then talk about other things them where they inside the office of the president. 2022 audit report tell we about how they take 70% from the country in money we put combined. The office of the president able to explain how they use their impress, how they what make them take that money there and other things them. So if we punish other people them, and as we talk to nobody from the office of the president, they not ever call for investigate. Now serious fight, you consider that one day for be?
Well, so many other things attached to this.
Go ahead, please.
Because by law, me not to legal luminary.
Go ahead.
By law, me not to legal luminary. In terms of also how the president, how the office of the president operates, are not too au fait with that. The regulations binding what we read, the regulations binding as to the question of the office of the president are not too au fait, very strong in that. You know, so I don't be able to tell what is really binding the office of the president.
The only person now the office of the president where for now they not investigate, they not prosecute now the president because of the position. But all other mortal man or human being where they inside the office of the president, where we know say directly or indirectly the anti-corruption commissioner be don't tell we say not only the president directly deal with money, we will agree. But you get other people where directly deal with the money they. But as it is now, nobody still they're not able to bring count to book. They're not able to call nobody. They're not able to ask nobody question. But yes, still every year money they lost, you know, from that office day. I listen to you.
Well, and that's how they say. The regulations binding or the rules binding the office of the president are not too offending in that. I wish I had an idea of how the office of the president operates and what are the regulations them, whether they go through, then I would have given my genuine opinion on this kind of scenario.
I feel saying I don't explain
from
so.
now on, I think
now just don't explain so. Now
Yeah.
just don't explain so to you about, you know, because law take the office of the president as any government office. Any government office then get a moral responsibility, say, where you take copper, When you go use them, if you can explain how you use them. Waiting left, if you return them back. Now the same apply to the office of the president. But the one game person, they're not going to prosecute, they're not going to investigate any president, but any other person supposed for go and follow the public financial management regulations where they go on, where you get a new couple, you go use them, you can explain how you use them, waiting left, you return them. That's not the simple flat rate for everybody.
Well, definitely, this is about accountability. So whatever institution, whatever office, I think that must have to be the case. I mean, when you spend, you report. That is simple. You back up that with your receipts and whatever it is. So in this case, it's an eye-opener. You are bringing me into this scenario. But I think you don't give an assignment for Mecca now go further. For Mecca, since I now know that probably in this program, at some point I have to be part of this program, for Mecca go further, for Mecca even study the situation properly. Because if you are talking about the president that is above prosecution at the moment, so it's just like in our own adage, you say, tie goat on the rope, rope on the goat. So if you talk about the office of the president, I think you are talking about one thing. You understand? So if there are rules and regulations that you cannot investigate, and that's why it is. But if at the same time, you have to ensure that there is accountability and transparency at whatever level, that has to appear, that has to be shown. So I think that is what I can say for now, until I really take an opportunity for me to now find out how this thing works,
okay,
how
clear.
it operates,
fair
so that I think I can be relevant for this program.
Fair enough. I will come to one other thing. But Titus, they say the office of the president, with all financial things, then totally go against the public financial management regulation for all of what they do. We feature inside the audit report. That's not lawlessness as well.
How about it is? I must comment on this one. I think our dear guest is being either frivolous with the truth or is being economical with himself. To the extent that Foley admits saying, no, of this, that the presidency or the office of the presidency is accountable to the people of Sierra Leone. This is the basic precepts of civil service administration. Any office where you did, there is no difference between office of the president, office of the vice president, and office of the, as we call her now, office of Dr. Silva Blyden. You see, any office of anywhere, it's an office of accountability. Again, I think we get one for avoid the contentious issue of saying that the presidency may have been complicit, or that people working within that close to the presidency are complicit in corruption. But that is the fact. The evidence show, the records show that our people have not been as robust as they should have been in their adherence to the precepts and principles of the financial management regulations. They have floundered with the law. They have played with public accountability, and some of them blatantly. I mean, look at the case of Parent. You have Silon owes you the gear salary every. You don't even ask yourself, say, I'll tell you a joke. There was this guy who worked with the former president Ernest Kuruma. He worked with him for his whole life as a houseboy, or what you call him, Batman. 99 was the only man where President Kuruma allowed for go inside a bedroom, for go clean in bedroom and look after in personal stuff. So at one time, President Kuruma go 3 days in the week. He then host 190 mango meter. He said, Ernest, you know to go work. He said, this job, you just get this job. Then you don't take 3 days now, you don't go work. He said, I go sack you. You see, with him in his own simple mind, if he say, yes, the president in Boston get a new job, he see all the soldier and policeman around that. He said, this is the important job, he gets so. Other people, they 3 days, you don't go work. He don't go sack you. If he says somebody will sack the president because you don't go work, he does not understand that the president here is getting right, but he don't 3 days now, if you know how to go work. But in his simple mind, and what he says is right. You cannot be that flippant with your official duty. You need 3 days, you know, go. There has to be something wrong, and there has to be a consequence. And this is what this poor simple man is saying. So no matter whether it is the presidency, if people know they follow the financial management regulations, there must be consequences. Anti-corruption should take their role. The CID for take their role. We have whistleblowers in the country. We have civil servants who have ways of reporting these matters, that these things are not right. They should be flagged up at internal audit. And when it comes to external audit, it should also become a matter for general discussion. So what we know about audit, the audit procedure in Sierra Leone, when the auditors come, they talk to the internal auditors directly. Then when they're done, they make a report to the head of the institution. When they make the report to the head of the institution, they give the head of the institution a right to reply. Say, Pa, you get 1 week for reply to the inquiries with the GUNA before we publish with findings. If you don't reply, when they publish the findings and say, we raise this matter up, we give them 1 week for reply, they're not telling nothing. So we are bringing this matter now into the report, but then they say this is something that we are concerned about, therefore do something about it. I see nothing that says the office of the presidency is subjecting itself to a rigorous control and accounting procedures. I don't see that. Rigorous financial controls and accounting procedures. And if that does not happen, somebody should raise an alarm. Something should happen. At the end of the day, the blame is going to rest solely and squarely on the head of the presidency. And you do not, as I said, you do not need to make the presidency become a target. Let us do things right in the country. Let the president get time to run the country and manage the country the way that he wants, that is according to his own inclination. Make it do what he needs for do, whatever he set out for do, make it do it. But then they not allow other people already around them for flout the laws and the rules, and then they denigrate the work that the presidency is supposed to be doing.
All right. So let me go quickly to another issue we get for do with the Sierra Leone police. We see something happen a few days ago where ACP Mira Dumbuya resigned from the Sierra Leone police. Well, it gets allegation where he makes they face with injustice inside the Sierra Leone police. So because of that and other things them, and they don't give him best to the Sierra Leone police, but yet still the Sierra Leone police don't look like they want woman of in kind person, because even when they push for let woman them we qualify they come up na the saloon police. You get the top ranking people the way they say no, and no need for do that they don't the grow wings for the dictate to the management in a senior police officer. So finally he actually don't tender in resignation at the saloon police and say he no be part of them again after like 17 years or so where he don't spend na the saloon police. I don't know if you don't see that letter they all now if you're not aware of this particular issue. I'll start with you. Sajuma.
Yes, of course. I don't go through that letter this morning. I go through the letter this morning, and of course, I've been really trying to locate the picture of this woman. We don't say in this letter of resignation. Of course, now in rights for if you're not happy about being in a particular job for make it resign. But as it is, sometimes I want to believe now it's a one-sided story. Of course, you don't live here. Waiting at the rule, the things that we don't do as far as the Sierra Leone police is concerned, which I saw some great things. But we said because of injustices. But that's the evil side of the story. So if we want to really know exactly and make comment on this particular issue, we need to forget the other side of the story now that this woman don't resign and she's saying this, and then so that will be very clear as to what happened or what has happened, where it don't cause them for making resign at this point in time. But as it is for now, I think she's right. If she has been treated unfairly and he thinks he get for left the job, now ain't right for making any letter of resignation.
All right. And titles. You said
well,
first time, right?
I think say quite opposed to your guest. Mira is somebody I knew of. I don't know her very well. I think I met her once or twice. You know, of course, I was a communications consultant to the Sierra Leone police at some point.
Okay.
So I know very well the situation within the force. It is not something for me to comment on because as a communications consultant, I became privy to certain information at a strategic level. So my professional candor requires that I cannot comment on those matters. I knew her to be a fine policewoman, a very hardworking, as she has said. And yes, Sajuma, she's a very beautiful woman. You need to find that picture. She's a very beautiful woman. And you find people. And then you find
but you're not married already.
Well, left the Colorado State, money finally is going to you.
Yes, but Titus and Sajuma, me, I don't married already.
But
Yeah, well, of course.
that's what I say. Nobody played any way.
Well, I mean, no bad at all.
You say that you say like any way. You see,
All right,
Very
these
interesting.
things happen in our country. Certain things, and the law just we look at with the seriousness that it has, but not ultimately comment on.
okay.
Yeah,
This is a
well,
personal
again, what I want to add to this, you know, I admire the young, fine, beautiful woman, you know, where I see face,
Don't
and with
mind.
all of the things that we try to establish as the good things that we don't do. Like I say, since we don't get from the other side, so sometimes it will be difficult to comment.
No,
But let's agree. Let's agree. Yeah, but let us agree that you know, things happen to her we're not happy about. If now, so number of people they do in this country where things go bad in terms of where they know say they're not able to continue for a particular job, for when they cannot playing, you know, for say no, I don't want to be part of this kind of thing, or I resign from the job. But would they see where even when people are with crime, they go through the crime, they use all kinds of abusive languages in position, they still continue to be there. So sometimes we are worried whether they are doing it in the interest of the nation or they are doing it in their own interest. But like this example where he said, if he says she has not been treated fairly, although we have not got the other side of the story, whether she did something wrong, and for let them take action before so he don't take action, we don't know about that. But if it is really genuine, as she's saying, and she's not happy about it, to continue in that kind of direction, and he resigned, fair enough. That is our right, you know, to express dissatisfaction.
Make us stop you there, Sajuma, because you interrupt me. Let me not read into this situation saying I don't do something wrong, so they preempt any action against them. I think that would be quite wrong and unfair for us to do. What I said was because of my principled stance on matters of this nature for an institution of which I have been a consultant and I've worked within that institution at a strategic level, I cannot openly comment on matters that arise from that institution between personalities or situations because it not tell well. But what I can say to you is, yes, the Sierra Leone police has its own ways of doing things. Again, everything comes down to, you see, there is a gentleman called Asemoglu who wrote a lot of theories around the building of countries and nations and democracy and how that is etched around the building of institutions. There are also a group of guys called Ward and another guy, there's three of them, who also talked about what you call open and closed societies and the prescriptions for open societies and North and Weingast, yes, North and Weingast. That's the name of the professors then. They write a lot about open and closed societies. And from what they're saying, our society is basically a closed society. In a closed society, people use institutions as a leverage for exercise revenge or for impose their will on other people. In an open society, people use institutions as a means of redress. When something do you wrong, you go to the court, you get redress. That's what happens in an open society. But in a closed society, when something wrong, if you mistake on a court, you might carry court and for punish you, even though I do you wrong. So let me left her casting aspersions. She has written her letter. We'll take the letter for what it is. You don't have to make a judgment on the police position because they don't ask you for a judgment on that. What she has done is a personal decision, and the publication of that letter, again, is another personal decision. Because that letter could have been done and sent to the police without anybody knowing. But then she has highlighted issues that are personal to her. And for me, for those issues, it becomes a matter of the person's own personality and in situation. So going further into it, sometimes it opens up the wound rather than healing it. So my own take on this, on my own position, would be that, yes, it is not something I would want to see happen generally in the country, because if all man get for do that, I should say, but could people in Salon go resign, and 2-3 men go left. Until all the men go left, they all go to sing the same song, and they all go to, they eat the same placas every morning, which is not going to be right. We need to forget 2 or 3 people who they eat fried soup. You see, 2 or 3 where they eat potato leaf, 2 or 3 where they eat okra. The all man get different, each to his own. So for me, that's the way I'm seeing it. I will not comment further on that. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, so except if we not get anything where we not want for left before we not go, but we don't come to the end of the program. Any final inputs, Sajuma?
Well, it's unfortunate that I really joined the program late. And I think, say, my involvement into this kind of discussion don't give me an extra job for me can now be very au fait with events and activities happening within the country and do more of my own investigation and read more. You know, I get my own way of doing things. I'll be a little lethargic in terms of diving into a number of issues and just stay quiet in my small corner and do my farm work. But of course, I've been drawn into this discussion, which is not a bad one. I think I will have to work more.
Okay, it is all the way from Kailaun. Of course, the way you didn't navigate on self it can difficult at times. So in the Kailaun,
my reading more, do my investigation more.
Okay, like I say, it is all the way from Kailaun, and so in network they give them serious problem. But yes, we bottom line now we just do everything in their time for say with the involvement inside this program. Basically, the time for make sure say it expand more on things them way they happen inside the country because the next time they come, you actually want for no say, you want for lay a proof say yes, innovating the issues entirely. Yes, and titles.
Oh, well, again, I am challenged by the environment with myself. The internet is now small problem. Logging on this morning was some sort of a challenge. But yeah, I'm happy that you've given me the chance to air out my own views. My views will not be popular. They will not be particularly what other people want to hear. But I think what I try to do is to be as candid as I can. And I would say things that I think is beneficial to the country in interest. For me, I've not get any personal agenda in Sierra Leone other than to see a country that thrives and move in the right direction. It doesn't matter who is head of state. I think it's our institutions I'm worried about. We need to start building a country where it will be responsive to the mandates of the people. So we'll get proper institutions who go ensure that we get that. I think for me, that's the important thing now.
All right, so interesting something. I just don't see Mira the drop message na the YouTube platform. That are the police officer. He say we had family kindly talk to Sembepe and Baibure to kindly invite me. I have a lot to share that my letter did not even capture. Now they want to go dirty. Let me let the world hear it all. Okay, Mira. Let me just project with number and we will kindly ask you, or Mira, if you want, message we quickly now we email. Let's just give you email so we go able for exchange number they quickly. Please me guess them on hold on here. Let's just reach on to Mira.
Man.
Okay, so Mira, this is not the email where at the drop. Let's just cross check if I write and fine. Yes, please just message we now the email and then we go exchange number there where we go able for schedule a program for we talk about all of them things there. So okay, Yankin. All right, so thank you very much. I'm Titus. It's good that Mira been a listener as well. And instead of don't drop message, it's good that to be the listen. Yeah. So thank you very much, Titus, and thank you very much. Please, Lalu. I been know you before this time. Let's just watch your name again quickly. Sajuma. IRN, right?
Yes, Sajuma don't deal with IRN. They don't work for IRN. But I work for Start for Common Ground Talking Drum for a number of years.
Yes. I think I noticed you the term na IRN, of course, where we they call you now for link up with IRN, OB.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you very much, and I wish you all a very good day, sirs.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Now we two guests and Dan will be getting inside the program this morning, and we tell you plenty thank you for taking our time for joining inside the program. So of course we just don't drop we email address. we could be the simple way for Mira Dumbuya actually reach on to we through the email. So we will discuss and schedule time where we all go meet up and discuss this issue. So Fambul go able for understand better one. So I then me email frequently for see waiting they happen, and we just wait for you for let you actually, come on board and let we discuss the issues then. Well, until then, the producer for this program want for tell them plenty thank you for where you taking time for joining me inside the program. Sorry for we put together this program. And of course, with the join again and net inside the program where we call We Are. Until then, where we meet again. Remember I said the big full two boku right inside the country. So listen and enjoy my own favorite music for now.
Fine, so big fool. Big man, potent tire, so big fool. Look at we think we get lipstick, so big fool. This nation don't turn, so big fool. BSc, MSc, PhD, then so big fool. They want the way Lambook at this country, so big fool. And then same one they spoil this country, so big fool. Big English, big jargon, so big fool. See them in a parliament, so big fool. See them in a law court, so big fool. See them full up now in state house, so big fool. See them chairman, director, so big fool. Party supporters, so big fool. We party supporters, so big fool. We safe way they so far, so big fool. Yes,
they take note of the things that we Mira they say actually, but it would be very much good if we actually discuss behind the scene, Mira. Yes, and it go nice that we meet behind the scene and then we go discuss proper one on and see what everything that happen. So for now, if you message me through the email where I don't put up, we nada mock the news go on to at gmail.com. Mira, please take note of that. Now for you, la pinam so you not go get lost. Yeah. So if you watch the up na the comment section, outside there with blue and yellow, that na the email. If you message me through that email there, we go able for see how best we can able for discuss and see how we can reach on to whosoever we for able for reach on to and catch up with the final discussion. Okay. So thank you very much for where you reach on to we through this platform. So the email there you can just email we, so we will get your number. We self able for communicate proper one and understand what we need for do next. Okay. Thank you very much. So for now we still listen the song we na so big fool.
They want ya say now they want them. They want this say now they want ya. Now this with the pan so draw. Politics on
so in the meantime, we as well try for promote, this with sister. We bottom line they go for Guinness World Record. We na make up a thon where we don't get according to own calculation because sister had been sending me all of the money. We able don't get for 1,000 I think 950 no. 1,095. Yeah, he called me yesterday and tell me exactly how much we don't get. He tell me exactly, but bottom line now 1,000 something, not 100. 1,000. Let's just put on so $1,000. Now we actually don't raise for this with sister for able for contest in this particular world record. So we want for support them to the best. If you want for help and for support them, we want $10,000. We don't get 1,000. We know if we reach no size. By the time this month they done, the competition team don't reach, and we need them for get starting there. They don't try for knock on different doors then, but we don't get anyone. We don't give and cooperate, until except we don't get $1,000, and $1,000 roughly like 10 million, and it need like 100 million for do all of them things there, so including in kits them and other things them. Okay, so please, if you want for support them, please. make sure say you reach on to we and with anything where you get. For now, na that day we don't get, and we don't get on the list. So anytime where we host them on this platform, now insert go read all the list of people them. Let's just check and see if any other information we don't reach we for add on to it we get already to sister admin. Let's just check quickly. Yes. So. And okay, this one now for waiting this morning we been to this now the morning we been to talk about yesterday. Okay, so yes, so far so good. I think now at the end we don't get. And remember say this week we they give $50 when 1 million something to people. We just listen to the program. Now one of we family member now say because we are out in Tranga we country, it just want for give 4 weeks consecutively. And today we don't go fast. Today don't be Wednesday. We tell us we don't go tell who stay with the give that couple day. So but for now $50 they will get for give. Well we not decided. I think we want for give 2 person that money day. Because you not work for them, but you not finally one person eats the money. But we will try for each one to Batonga, let we actually decide on waiting for do. But so far, please, if you want to support this with sister, we I'm a young guy. Please make sure say you support them. Yeah, this way a young sister. Make sure say you support. We for we able for support them. Thank you very very much. But until then, where we go reach to that point today. Where we'll come back and talk. Let me continue with the music. So big fool.
We progress as a people. Politics don't put wedge together to the things we hold us together.
Well, for now, I also made the end of the program. Yeah, we'll continue for enjoy the music, and we still wait on for Mira a message. I call them now. We email, yeah. So mockthenews012@gmail.com. Mira Dumboya, you can reach me onto that number there. Sorry, onto that email address there with just message. Then we can exchange number and then we discuss more. Okay. So until then, where we get for meet again. We love you so much. God bless you. Continue we are. Thanks to the producer for this program and me, now you presenter. Get yourself a lovely day.
Hey, salute, see how we done deeply divided along politics and party line. Oh. So pull the tribal lens come out, put the regional lens come out, pull party lens come out, and when national lens so follow you see waiting at the top.